Hello guys, welcome back, Bushcraft family, back with another video. Yes, I've been wanting to do a video like this for quite some time. I've mentioned it in lives and stuff that what government agencies can and sometimes have done. It had been sworn into a bill or a law or whatever by Obama, and well, let's just say a disaster or EMP or whatever the case may be. Something has happened, and your city, your county, or whatever, it happens to be so severe that the military is called in. The law enforcement, major emergency response from people such as Fema are deployed to handle the situation. But as you're sitting there home, hopefully well protected, and you have preps in hand and good water supply and ways to survive whatever disaster or thing that has happened. You get a knock on the door. Who is that? Open up, or we'll be forced to break the door down. So you hurry up and you run over the door, look through, see who it is, and you see people with these fancy jackets on, and could be some military, could be law enforcement or whatnot. But FEMA comes in and says, we're here to get supplies, food, and whatever we need. You must hand it over or be detained, basically. So they go and take 90% of your preps, your stocks, your stockpile, whatever you want to call it. They can take your water, if you have water supply, bottled water, whatever the case may be. They can take it. So what's that mean for you? Well, that means you normally had a year's supply of food. Now you're down to maybe a week, a month, hardly any water left. And they can do this. Now, there are talks about certain situations where some things that they cannot take. If you're a homesteader and whatnot, and you have canned goods, where you use a pressure canner or water bath, and you can your own vegetables and stuff. It is said that they won't take those because there's no expiration date on them or anything like that. They don't know if it's good or bad or anything like that. But they can take your regular canned foods, box items, freeze-dried stuff that's sealed in a box, and things like that. Ready-to-eat meals, all those type of things. They can pretty much take what they want in that situation. So what's this mean? They basically, when a situation arises where they are called in, they make an assessment of the area. Could be there's a list of people in that area that has been known to be preppers that would have a stockpile of food. They could have this list and know where you live and all this kind of stuff. Not saying they do, but that's how they assess these disasters or whatever the case may be. Now, there's other factors involved in where it could get even worse than this, and it's I'm just going to say it. Martial law. Martial law is complete suspension of current laws enacted by the get this out. The government in favor of laws set by military authorities, usually evoked during times of emergency, such as war or natural disaster. The purpose of martial law is to give the local authorities unlimited authority to create and enforce laws. And that's the description of martial law. In other words, when martial law is enacted, all existing laws on the books would effectively go, bye-bye, because it's their way to control things, basically. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. There's no, freedom to carry stuff. There's no freedom of speech. Your property is not yours anymore. Things like that. I'm trying to get through this without saying too much, but you can kind of get where I'm going with this. And sometimes it can be good, and sometimes it can be bad. It all depends where the orders are coming from and everything like that. There's been other times, after Katrina, we'll put it, units went door to door, confiscating protection, even from legal owners of these protections. And you guys can kind of follow me through the what you call it here. But these are things that you got to realize, liberties that can be taken away and just like that. And there are some of these are good things that will, when they come in and they need help and whatever to control an area or whatnot. And I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. That way we don't get too much into this. Now, I told you about canned goods and whatnot, things that you've canned yourself. It is said that it's not written down or anything that they cannot take these things because of expiration and things. So some also people think about hidden rooms, hidden storages in walls and things like that might get overlooked by people coming in, these agencies coming in to relieve you of your goods. There are what we call storage caches that I had talked about. It's been a at least a couple of years now. 5-gallon buckets of things that you could bury in various places to where if you needed them, you could go and retrieve them. It's ideas like these that you want to, you know, kind of think of in case of emergencies like this. Hello, cat. Every time. So these are things that, not saying that you could do these, but you shouldn't do them or whatnot. I'm not an expert or anything in that nature. This is just totally information, educational purposes, all that good stuff. And you should never resist these agencies coming in, because they'd still take your food and your water and medical protection and protection refills and also take you and away. So not only do you not have any of that stuff, now you're not free at all. I'll just leave it at that. So that, and there's ways. You don't want to make it obvious that hey, I'm the prepper of my block. You know, you don't want to make it obvious. You don't want to go to the store and start hauling in cases of food and stuff. Everybody notices those things. Not to mention everything is on cameras nowadays and all that good stuff. But there's ways of making it not so obvious that you're a prepper. I know you look at the information that I put out, you say, oh, he's a major prepper. Other than, you know, some hauls and things that I've done, nobody's really seen any of my preps. Nobody knows if I have preps or not. So it's not a thing that you would want to advertise, because you don't want to be on a list. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys at that. It's some things to think about, and I'll possibly be talking more about this in the future, see how things go with this video and whatnot. And as always, guys, God bless.